to another Geeks Who Like Sports Mashup!
Mashup!
We got a good one for you folks today, but first, as always, I am Carcillo. That is my best friend, Lee Elias. We are the Geeks Who Like Sports, and our mashup today is... You mentioned on the show, if you haven't yet, please go back and check it out, and then come back here, or watch this and then go back there.
Like and subscribe.
It is true. Netflix houses, which of course is going to be actual real life places you can go to enjoy your favorite next Netflix branded shows, from Bridgerton to Squid Game to Stranger Things. We want to know what fictional brand deserves its own kind of like theme park / Netflix house. Lee, why don't you kick it off?
Oh, but there's so many, Ray. I think there's one obvious one that I kind of want to get out of the way early, because it's kind of been done, but it's Wonka. So Hershey Park already exists, which is kind of like, I guess, the real world equivalent of that. In the film, it's kind of the house is a fun house. Yeah. But I think it would be cool if there was a Wonka park someplace, but it's not super creative, because I think it's very easy to imagine that. And some of the other ones I have on my list here are just way more fun.
That's cool.
Well, but I had to give a nod to Wonka, like, at the start.
It is like probably the king of fictional amusement park area things and stuff. Just don't eat any of the candy.
Yeah, outside Jurassic Park, which is not really. I'm not going to count that as a brand. These are like advertising brands in cinema, right? So Jurassic Park the film's about Jurassic Park, right? These are brands that show up in a show or a movie that we're giving their own park. Wonka, though, is kind of the exception a little bit for me, just because of the nature of the film. So I wanted to give a nod to Wonka and the Wonka Park. But I've got several others, Ray. But do you want me to dive into one, or do you want to dive into one?
Give me one more before I get to my first one.
Okay. Well, let's just go back to the early days of our lives. The Acme Corporation, which is in all of Looney Tunes, which creates weapons for people, or weapons of mass destruction. But no, Acme is, of course, the store that whenever the Looney Tunes need something, Acme delivers. What's funny about that is, living in Philadelphia, our grocery store is called Acme. So when I was growing up, Ray, I'm not kidding, there's Acme's everywhere here. When I was growing up, I didn't separate that the two were different things, that the Acme Corporation was different from Acme, the supermarket. So I always wondered why, when I went to my supermarket, there weren't things that Wile E. Coyote was using to try and get the Roadrunner, and that I couldn't sling myself across the desert. But can you imagine an Acme Park? I guess it's kind of a Warner Brothers park now that I'm thinking about it.
Right.
But that would be a fun place to visit. Kind of
Six Flags,
if you had 12 lives.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of violence that could go on. It actually kind of reminds me of a funny story. When I was a kid, when I was maybe 4 years old, my mom used to have a black and white TV in the kitchen that she would have.
We did too, with a little knob. You had to do with the antennas.
So that while she was cooking, she'd have some background noise or whatever. And I asked my mom, and I'm like, why is that TV black and white, and like the other TVs are color? And she was like, well, they all used to be black and white, and everything used to be in black and white. Yeah. And I was like, oh, so like, what year did like the world turn to color? And she's like, what do you mean? Because she's like, well, you just said everything was black and white.
Oh, that's a very little kid thing to ask. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, because the way she said it, it made me think it's like everything was black and white. And then suddenly almost like, what was it, Pleasantville? And then suddenly everything turned to color one day.
That's not how it happened.
No, that was how my brain worked back then.
What will they say in 50 years from now?
Yeah. Fun fact, people didn't used to dream in color until televisions, supposedly.
That's interesting.
I've heard that. I think from that, people used to dream in black and white until TV.
Wow.
Which is weird how that changed our brains like that.
That is interesting. I wonder how else it's changed our brains over the last 100 years.
Yeah, it's definitely probably not for the better. But anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you're watching us on a TV right now. Or screen. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway.
Or you're listening. God bless you for listening. Subscribe and like today.
Yes, we appreciate it. So my fictional brand that I think would be.
Can I guess what yours might be?
Yes.
Does it take the wind out of your sails if I guess it, or is it like a cool friend moment?
You can guess.
I think you're gonna go with Stay Puffed.
No.
Oh my God, I feel like a failure. Stay Puffed would be a fun park, though. Let's just be honest.
That would be fun.
I mean, Marshmallow Park.
Yeah. No.
The travelers have come.
Yeah. I was thinking of something that could actually be almost like an amusement park, depending on how it goes. I was thinking of Vault-Tec from Fallout, where they create all the vaults.
That's a good one too. Yeah. So I should have assumed you would have went gaming over cinema.
Yeah. So, and then or Nuka-Cola, which is another brand, obviously from that universe, right? Which actually is like a Nuka-Cola like theme park in, I think it's Fallout 4. Yeah. So I mean, like, but I think Vault-Tec. I think a vault, people going into a vault that you could build into a mountain. You open the door and the gate, and you get inside, and you have to do all these.
It's like a escape house.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Almost like an escape room. Yes, you could do it like that. Yeah. And it could be full of killer robots or mutants or whatever, and then you do actually have to try to escape.
Oh, man. Yeah. Sounds like some places have been on the club scene. I've got two more, Ray. Right. I'm gonna go with this one first. So by and large, which is in many films, including WALL-E and some of those other films from that producer, by and large park, they're basically the Amazon of the universe in those movies. So I could see them creating a place. Not super exciting. The exciting one that I have here is Duff Beer Park, brought to you by the Burns Corporation in the Simpsons universe.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's
Duff
great.
Beer Park.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think that, that's a lot of fun because obviously the Simpsons, you get the Simpsons, you do the beer flume instead of the log flume or whatever.
The beer flume. This stuff writes itself. You can go to Moe's Tavern.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you can finally
get a flaming
there.
Moe. Get a flaming Moe. I mean, I think they have actually like Moe's Tavern at Universal now.
Sure, at least the one out here. Barney's Belch Escape.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, there's a lot. You could fight Marge with a vacuum like you did in the arcade machine. But yeah, it's Duff Beer Park powered by the Burns Corporation. Right, Smithers?
Nice. My other one is again staying in gaming. Borderlands. Yeah. With all the different weapons, with all the different guns. You could have torque with the exploding guns. Every time you throw a gun, it explodes. Whatever, when you run out of ammo, instead of reloading the gun, you throw the gun and it explodes, and another gun appears for you and you get another clip.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I think Borderlands would definitely lend itself and all those gun brands.
What about like Pizza Planet? No, I'm thinking about it.
Oh, yeah, from Futurama.
Yeah, no, Pizza Planet's in Toy Story.
Oh, that's right. What am I thinking from Future? I'm thinking Planet Express.
Planet Express could be another.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. That's what I was thinking from Futurama.
There's a few of them. Like I said, there's a lot of them. There's more than what we're thinking about. There's a lot of brands within DC and Marvel that we haven't talked about. I mean, you could do Luthor, the Lex Corporation, and things like that. But I don't think anybody want to go to that.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of really interesting brands out there that I think LexCorp theme park would definitely be interesting.
Step inside. Give me your money. Step outside.
Wayne Enterprises.
Wayne Enterprises could be really funny.
Yes.
We're doing good by doing bad.
That would be interesting. Well, Stark Tech. Then Stark Tech, right?
I was thinking about Stark. I purposely didn't mention it because it's like that, the theme park for them, what would that look like? But I could see Tony Stark creating his own theme park for Iron Man for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that would be a fun one.
That would be hilarious. But
we want to know what you think. As always, comment below. Let us know everything what you think about the mashup and stuff. Let us know what you thought about our thoughts. Then give us your own. And we will talk about them possibly if they're good.
I'm just gonna say it again. When you go to Stay Puft Park, you have to choose the Destructor. And I think again, I said it on the show. It'd be funny if when you come in the park, all you hear is "The travelers have come."
That would be a great, definitely great way to walk into that.
It's not really Stay Puft Park, is it then?
No, it's a Ghostbusters Park or a Gozer Park at that point.
Gozer. Go to Gozer.
Go to
Gozer Park. This weekend only, 15% off for your children and marshmallows.
Would you be the key? So then I guess you would go in. What was it? The key man. You would need a key master to go in
with the gatekeeper.
With the gatekeeper, right?
There is no gatekeeper, only Zool.
There you go.
All right, we want to know what you think. Comment below, or make sure you send us an email. geekswholikesports@gmail.com. And again, tell your friends about the show. If you're enjoying the show, we know who you are. Maybe we don't, but tell your friends about it. Pass it along. Share those mini clips. Like those mini clips. All of it helps, my friends. So thank you so much for being great supporters of Geeks Who Like Sports and this episode of The Mashup.
The Mashup. Yes, thank you all so much for watching. We really appreciate it. For Lee, I'm Ray. This has been the Geeks Who Like Sports Mashup. We'll see you all next week, everybody. Bye.